Hey! Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. It's time to get silly and start the show. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. I'm getting real silly, so let's start the show. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Welcome to another day of reading with Tazzy. Tazzy reads. Been a good day so far. Yesterday was a nice day here in Winnipeg, so went outside and did a bunch of stuff. Gabriel, and Blake and Clay and from Russell are tuning in, and I gotta put my glasses on. Riker and Raylan say hi back. And Matty, my soccer buddy, and all the people from Vancouver are tuning in. This is awesome. Hey, little Lyle Wood is watching, so that's awesome too. I was going to say something important. I can't remember what it was, but probably not very important. So we are going to read a couple books today, and then later on tonight I'll read again. So, Scotty, thank you so much. And Maya and Kyler. And another Maya and her sister, Layla. And when you ask her how you say your name, she goes, Layla, Layla. And Brooklyn and Cheyenne and Chloe and another Brooklyn. There's a whole bunch of Brooklyns. You know what I know? Everybody here that's been on so far, and a lot of the other times, have really interesting names. When I was a kid... Hey, Walter. When I was a kid, we had a TV show that I liked to watch. I sat there and watched it called Romper Room. And she used to have a magic mirror, and she'd be like, Romper, Stomper, Bomper, Boo, tell me who, and then blah, 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 something else, because I didn't pay a lot of attention. But she used to always say hi to everybody's names, and it was always, things like... Tom and Kevin and Bob and Christy and you gotta. It's not that you don't have an interesting. Christy's my wife's name. Miss Christy's right here. She takes hello. She doesn't like to appear on film, and because she's a vampire. Not really. She appears on film. Kateri, how are you? I hope I said your name right. So everybody had it was like Ben and things like that. Really common names, and I was Tazz, right? So there was never a Romper, Stomper, Bomper, Boo. Hey, Tazz. So nobody's names here would ever be said by Mrs. Romper Lady. Oh, I'm going to get to reading in a couple seconds here. That's Christy just tapped me and goes, you have to read. Because sometimes I talk for almost 10 minutes and then... So Mac, Bram, and Emmy, thanks for watching. I'm gonna read now. I'm gonna read a couple of books. I'm gonna have a book by Jean Little. I'm just trying to remember. It's called Wishes, and my friend Sheena Grob got me this book. She got me this book when we were reading to kids in schools, which I love to do. So when school's back, maybe I'll come to your school and I'll read. That'll be great. And I'm gonna read one that I just picked up. So I haven't read this one before. It's called Noodles from Scratch. Noodles from Scratch. You can get noodles from scratch. So what I'm trying to do every day is challenge myself. So I'm going to read a book that I've read once before or maybe twice, and then a brand new book. So let's start reading. This is by Jean Little, and it's illustrated by Genevieve Cote. Ho, there you go. I'm going to have some tea. Hang on. Oh, it's very hot. Because my tea's too hot. It's way too hot. It's too hot. But it's healthy because you know what? It's green tea. So. Oh, excuse me, that was rude. I wasn't calling him. I burped, and that was rude. You always have to say, excuse me when you burp. But when this guy's name is, so when you're calling, you don't have to say anything because that's his name. Right, Ryder? Okay, here we go. Jean Little's Wishes. Oh, nice book. Nice pictures. I like pictures in books. I wish I could draw. My friend John Yumber is a very good drawer. Oh, there's a little. I'll show you most of the pictures. Here we go. We're gonna read. If wishes were horses, then poor folks would ride. If wishes were friendships, I'd be at your side. If wishes were flowers, I'd get Mama Rose with velvety petals to tickle her nose. Ooh, start like that and then go like this. I'm always worried that nobody's going to see all the pictures. Hey, did you see this here? There's a wee little mouse right there. If wishes were Sundays, I'd split a banana. If wishes were kisses, I'd give mine to Nana. The other day I was standing around and there was three grandmas standing there and then Batman. And it was Nana, 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 Batman. Oh, it was 4 nanas. Oh. I should think about my jokes before I say them out loud. If wishes were puppies, my brother would get a puppy called Snug for his personal pet. These pages are squeaky, listen. Sounds like a monkey, listen. If wishes were skylarks, the sky would be singing. If wishes were ball games, my bat would be swinging. I really like the pictures in this book. If wishes were ice cream, our cones would be doubles. If wishes were soap suds, we'd blow shining bubbles. I'm glad it's not soap ice cream. Raven, can you imagine? Kateri and Damien say good morning. Good morning to you. If wishes were rowboats, I'd take my dad fishing, and we'd catch our supper with no need for wishing. I really like fishing. I like going fishing. Does anybody else like going fishing? Yeah, me too. I caught a great big, almost just over 3 foot catfish last year. I was so proud of myself. It took forever to get in the boat, and then I caught one about this big, and I took pictures of both because I'm proud. And I caught a clam. Do you know how hard it is to catch a clam? If wishes were snowflakes, we'd hurry outside and make a great big snow angels with wings spreading wide. Do you make snow angels in the snow? I kind of like the snow. I don't like the cold very much, but I like the snow. I think it's because when it's really quiet and I go for a walk on my property, you can hear the crunch, 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 crunch of the snow under your feet. It seems very peaceful. If wishes were pancakes, I'd eat a tall stack. If wishes were parsnips, well, I'd send my plate back. I kind of like parsnips. If you take parsnips and mush them around with some butter and add bacon and cheese and a pizza, that's awesome. If wishes could grant me a time travel journey, I'd live in a castle and joust in a tourney. These are very squeaky pages. It's almost like, that sounds like somebody opening a door. That was from the pages. It didn't come from my... She thought I farted. If wishes were water slides, down we would swoop. If wishes were wings, we'd go loop-de-loop-de-loop. If wishes were trampolines, I'd practice flips. If wishes were fishes, I would have mine with chips. Oh man, you think fishes are hard to catch? Try catching chips. They're harder. I bet you they're harder to find. If wishes were circuses, I'd be a clown. Me too. I'd be a clown with a bulging red nose and my pants falling down. And my nose would go, hey! I'd try for a handstand and land on my rear. And if grown-ups would groan, but the children would cheer. Oh, this is my favorite page of any book. Because sometimes, I'll say things and grown-ups are like, oh, Tazzy, but I make kids laugh, and guess what? Kids laughing beats parents going, ugh, for sure. I'm going to show that page again. It's my favorite. And I'm going to read it again, too, because I want to read it. If wishes were circuses, I'd be a clown with a bulging nose and my pants falling down. I'd try for a handstand and land on my rear, and the grown-ups would groan, and the children would cheer. Oh, I'm going to make this into a poster for my office, I think. I really like that. If wishes were doorbells, we'd ring Grams and see if she'd have us come in for cupcakes and tea. Tea. I had my tea was too hot, and it's green tea. Call back to another joke. We'd swap stories and sing songs and laugh. Looks like their grandma's a princess of some sort, or maybe a queen. And she'd ask us to stay for a week and a half. You know what? I forgot how much I like that book. I'm going to read the one about the clown again. I know I've read it twice already, but it sure makes me feel good. It tells anybody that doesn't know me exactly how I feel. If wishes were circuses, I'd be a clown with a bulging red nose and my pants falling down. I'd try for a handstand and land on my rear. The grown-ups would groan and the children would cheer. I really like that book. Yeah, definitely. I know, we have to get going. I'm talkie. That's what's happening. Noodles from Scratch, and this is by Harold P. Gershenson. I haven't come up with nice. I think it's called the title page that tells you everything you need to know. I hope these are noodles. They kind of look like, we were talking about fishing. What do they look like? Yeah, steamy worms. Steamy worms, just like Mom used to make if she was a bird, I guess. That's real tea. Sylvia's sheep. Oh, it's a girl, so I have to come up with a girl voice, okay? Sylvia's sheep was ready to munch. It seemed like hours since she'd seen her lunch. She did not want veggies, nor bacon. What? This book has got no validity. No bacon? Okay, so we'll read another book. I'm just kidding. I like bacon a lot. She did not want veggies, nor bacon, nor cheese. She did not want kumquats. I've never had a kumquat. Nothing would please. So she's sitting in front of her fridge, because she lives in 1952. It's got lots of good stuff in there. Are you supposed to keep the bread in the fridge? I don't know. We keep our bread. Miss Christie and I made bread yesterday. It's really cool. We made from scratch, like not just made bread, like opened up the package and took it out. We made bread, sourdough bread, and she goes, okay, now we need. And I go, we need what? She goes, we need. And I said, what do we need? And she said, you need. And I said, I need what? And I didn't know that kneading the bread means to go and squish it and squish it and squish it and turn it and squish it and squish it for 20 minutes. Might as well have been like 24. It was so long. I want a good supper. But what's there to eat? I want something tasty, delicious, or a treat. There's something gourmetish, filling yet light, something most stylish. What would be right? So she's reading cookbooks. Miss Christie doesn't even need a cookbook to make bread. She has it in her head. Oh, that rhymed. Too bad it wasn't red. Sylvia pulled out some eggs, a big bowl, and a spoon, then a large sack of flour, while humming a tune. As she was humming, a plan she did hatch. Now that I'm cooking, I'll make noodles from scratch. And she sang, noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Oh, she's a sheep, so we should go, noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. So she picked up the flour and was ready to pour. Then Petra the pelican peeked through the door. Petra, my dear, just in time, what a treasure. Your beak is just perfect. It'll serve for a measure. Noodles from scratch, we'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure that if you use a pelican's mouth as a measuring cup, I hope you like fish noodles, because I think that's what pelicans eat, right? Fish and tacos, I think. Then Kevin the crocodile crawled in the room. Sylvia caressed him and fell in a swoon. Kevin, how clever! I know you've the knack. Help me with the eggs. I've got a dozen to crack. Noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Do, 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 do. See, Kevin's a crocodile. So when he left, I go, see you in a while, crocodile. And he go, yeah, man, like, I've never heard that before. They stirred up the dough into a big mess. Hilda the hippo arrived in her polka dot dress. My handsome Miss Hippo, you work with such speed. Please help with the dough. We need you to knead. Oh, just like Christy said. Noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Oh, did I go at the beginning? I get so excited to show you the pictures that sometimes I miss it. Hey, I didn't mention a snake. How come there's a snake there? Well, maybe it's on the next page. I should probably look. Oh, yeah. Let's roll out the dough. It's smooth and elastic. But what can we roll to make it fantastic? Good golly, squawked Petra. Attention, hola. Hilda, my sweetheart, please lend me your boa. A boa is this type of snake. Noodles from scratch, gonna make a big batch of noodles from scratch. Oh, my arms have to go up. Oh, I see what was happening. Hilda was wearing her snake like a boa, because a boa is also a feathery thing that goes around your neck. Christy from Dominique and Declan. Did I read this page? Yeah. They cut splendid noodles. They left them to dry. They boiled them al dente, which means to the tooth, and sat down with a sigh. But then they were seated. They discovered a catch. They had nothing to put on their noodles from scratch. Uh-oh. Noodles from scratch, I'll make a big batch of noodles from scratch. What do you like to put on your noodles? I like hot sauce. I do. I like hot sauce. I don't like really hot sauce. So when you eat it, you're like, okay. I like hot sauce that's like, whew. So I like to eat my food, not impress other people by the ability to eat it. Yet Sylvia found butter, red sauce, and some cheese. And they each could put on whatever did please. They slurped them and gulped them and made such a mess. And Hilda the hippo had stripes on her dress. Noodles from scratch, they made a big batch of noodles from scratch. Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I have something in my eye. So I had, one time I was going out to do a show. And it was a long time ago. And I had, Kyler wasn't even born yet. It was Joshua. Joshua was my oldest boy. He's tall and bigger than me. And I had made him noodles, and with lots of I had like lots and lots of sauce. So I was eating my spaghetti and I was slurping the noodles. And I realized what time it was and I had to get going to the gig. And I got to the gig and somebody goes, Taz, go check your face before we go on stage. And because I was slurping the noodles, I went like that. I had mark, and all over my face. Kateri likes ketchup. Me too. But it made no matter as they all sang, noodles from scratch, we ate a big batch of noodles from scratch. Noodles from scratch, they made a big batch of noodles from scratch. And then there's the song there. There we go. Perfect. Oh, and you know what? Check this out. Miss Christie, there's a recipe from noodles from scratch. That's awesome. Well, that's all the time we have for reading because we have to get going. But I really, really enjoyed talking to you and Connor and Blaze and Maylin and Spencer and Maya and Kyler, Kai, Eric and Ben and Ella. Thank you for tuning in, Baba and Declan. And I'll be coming back at 7:30 tonight. But you know what? If you miss one, don't worry. What we're going to do is we make sure that we put them on YouTube under Tazzy Reads and also on my website, which is Big Daddy Tazz with 2Zs.com. So, have a good day. Get some exercise. Do something creative with your brain. Do some schoolwork. And you know what? Be brave. Be silly. Be loving. Be safe. And be you. Always be kind, but always be you. Because in my world, you don't, everything that you say and everything you do, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you.